So, welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today, we're going to be going through another Lost Island creature submission video. And the reason why I thought I'd do this is it's only 2 days now until we're going to be finding out the top 10 official list, which is going to be dinos that have a chance to come to the official game. So far, there are lots of them getting a lot of votes at the moment, and we're going to be covering the Ceratosaurus today. Hopefully I've pronounced that right, because this is one awesome dino. I've been loving seeing all of the comments on these videos as well, like seeing what you guys want to come to the game and everything, and what you've been voting for. This is a really exciting time for ARK, because they've never done this before, where we get to literally vote for what creature we want to see in the game. Now, if you guys do enjoy today's video, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and we're just going to be getting straight in with this now, talking about the Ceratosaurus. Now, please tell me in the comment section if I am pronouncing that right, because you guys know sometimes, it goes a little bit wrong. So far, you guys may have seen the top 10 list. We've got the flying squirrel, which I know a lot of people always go on about how, it's an unfair vote. So I don't really know how Wildcard are going to choose, because obviously it's meant to be the top 10 most voted. But obviously, I think they did mention something about, like, if there are some unfairly sort of voted ones, then they might not make it into the top 10. But anyway, we'll just go through it. The flying squirrel, we've got a prehistoric giant baboon, the Ceratosaurus, which is what we're going to be looking at today, the Gorgonops, which is number 4, if I'm correct. And then I did a video on the chart. Well, I can never pronounce it, but I did a video on it like a few days ago. And then we got a whale at number 6, and then we have a well, I think I think this one has gone down, or has it gone? Oh, I can't remember, because the votes are changing every now and then, and there's just so many. But I wanted to talk about some of the most popular and ones that I've seen going up in votes a lot. The Ceratosaurus is now nearly at 800 votes, coming up to number 3 on the list. So let's get into it. So big shout out to everyone when I always, obviously CamoLeap1313, and obviously give shout outs to everyone else who does give information about this. Ceratosaurus is my favourite dinosaur of all time, and I would love to see it in the world of ARK. I also think it could be used to great effect with the new biomes in the upcoming map, and it could have an ability similar to the Pearlovia, where if you left it sitting in a location long enough, it would camouflage into its surroundings and ambush players and other creatures. So obviously we're going into a little bit more information here. Someone Roller Alex here, which is obviously it really does help out when people do this, and he says, please credit me as Parrot Alex. So big shout out to you, Parrot Alex, for going on about this. So we'll go into some information about what people believe that the Ceratosaurus can be, and I want to see in the comment section what you guys think as well. So for starters, let's give it stone gathering abilities. It can gather all stone based resources with fairly equal efficiency, perhaps not as good as any particular resource, like the Anki and stuff, but it has one more trick up its sleeve. The Ceratosaurus is unique in that it actually eats some of the rock which it digs up, and with its hardened teeth. This rock is held in an expandable throat pouch on its neck. When threatened, a Ceratosaurus expels some of its minerals in its pouch as a pursuer I've definitely pronounced that wrong, to defend itself, and as far from the largest predator of ARK. Depending on what the rock the Ceratosaurus has been eating, the effects of this projectile will change. So stone, simple damage, dealing projectile; metal, stronger damage, dealing projectile; flint, clouds of spark, which can ignite explosives and setting victims aflame. That's pretty crazy. Oil, creates an oil patch like an oil jar and reduces invisibility for affected creatures, Mario Kart style. Obsidian, shrapnel cloud, which causes a mild bleed debuff. There's a reason obsidian arrows are favoured. Crystal, creates a small wall of crystal, potentially entombing or immobilizing a creature. For sand cloud, drastically decrease invisibility and movement for creatures in the cloud. Cloud lingers for a while after impact. Clay acts similar to I feel like with this, obviously, I think it sounds interesting what everything it does actually eat up. But I just don't believe that Wildcard would implement loads of stuff. I think maybe just like stone, metal, and flint or something. I don't know. I do think it would be cool to have quite a few of them. But things like clay, I don't know. But it's still a fantastic idea. And then there are obviously someone who's called it the Horned King of the Jurassic. Rideable, yes. Tameable, yes. Diet carnivore. And then there's obviously a photo of the Ceratosaurus here. A medium-sized Jurassic carnivore. The Ceratosaurus is an aggressive scavenger which gathers up in groups of up to 3 through the jungles and swamps. Their pack behavior is resembling of the islands, Allosaurus and direwolves. The Ceratosaurus' large nose, horn, and back spikes light up with bright colours depending on their mood, state of health, and gender. Their sturdy bodies and sharp horns can be used like a battering ram, gaining speed over a short period of time to send small, medium-sized animals flying. When tamed, the Ceratosaurus is a great meat harvester, taking grand amounts of meat and storing it in its body, keeping it fresh for as ×5 as long as the typical carnivore due to its scavenging behaviour. When rode, it can traverse wide open space in a short period of time, but it's still obviously, it's like larger animals and stuff. It may not be like the fastest creature, and it's obviously a very vicious one as well. Their short turning radius and enormous personality makes it a glorious addition to the species of the ARKs. Big shout out to BadgerBoy474 for that information. Now, I don't know if there is any more. Oh, no, there is some more photos here to go through. I obviously this is a big shout out to Chief. Saying, I think that the Ceratosaurus would make a great addition to the game. It would be good for PvP and PvE, making it a fast getaway from threats and being able to carry a fair amount. It would be larger than a Carno but smaller than an Allo, and it would have a charge like the Trike does with a stun. It is a great transportation dino with higher weight and reduction on common resources like wood, stone, and thatch. It has a thick hide, making it a resistance to bleed, and it also provides insulation to itself and the rider. Does the same debuff that the Carno has, and has a decent amount of HP with a decent bit of damage. It can also be found in grasslands, jungles, forests, tundra, and desert, with one wandering by itself or in a pair. It prefers to be alone. It would be a knockout tame, taking meat or regular kibble to tame. It is a decent mid-game PvP tame, with it being resistant to the bleed effect and a fair amount of HP and damage. Meanwhile, being good for collecting resources and travel, all around being a good tame for survivors looking for a fight or looking to scout around the ARKs. Edit, I think this could have a new taming method, with almost everyone here agreeing that it should have a charge and doing torpor when it hits something hard. I think to knock it out and tame, you will have to get it into a ram into a stone wall, not wall stone there, or stronger, which damages the wall but does torpor to the Ceratosaurus, eventually knocking it out. Got some pictures here of it comparing to the size of the Allosaurus, another picture comparing it to a Survivor, and then another picture of the Ceratosaurus there. I'm not too sure. There are a few more pictures here, some concept art, very nice there. Big shout out to everyone that does the concept. As much as I'd love to go through everyone's ideas, would probably be here, until this video would be hours and hours long. But I just find it so crazy, how many talented people and the effort people put in to make really awesome artwork for this. And I just really cannot wait to see what goes on with the Ceratosaurus in the game. So as mentioned, this is number 3, and it hasn't had, from my knowledge, it hasn't had any influencers or YouTubers or whatever you want to call it, giving it like sort of an extra voting system. As I've told you guys in many of these videos before, I am not going to be saying, oh, please go and vote for this. At the beginning, I thought, that might have been a good idea, because obviously I want to see a certain dino, but I want to make this a fair vote for everyone, and obviously I keep my vote, I'm going to be keeping my vote quiet until the official voting does come to an end. Anyway, that is basically the video. There is obviously The last community crunch that there was a live community crunch. A lot of people asking, Dom, why is there not a new community crunch? Well, I think, well, they did obviously one on Saturday, but like, you know, with a lot of information and it's pretty quiet. Today is the end of the Summer Bash event. The creature submissions, as mentioned, it finishes in 2 days' time. So yeah, lots is going on, very interesting. That is going to be the end of the video today. I hope you guys do enjoy. I am going to be doing more videos on the Lost Island, but I'm not going to do a video on it tomorrow because I just want to be, well, there's always a chance, but I want to make, because it's June, I want to do it for June 23rd, I want to do it for July 23rd when we get the official results come in and make a video for you guys. Anyway, thank you for watching, leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new around here, and just thank you so much for the support on the channel recently, because it's been pretty crazy. See you guys later.